Hello everyone, welcome to my channel CSC Core Concepts. Today we are going to have an insight on data structures, a brief introduction about data structures. What is it? What are the different types of data structures? We are going to discuss. So before starting with data structure, I would like to have a brief discussion on about data. So what is the data? If I have some facts and if I collect many facts, it becomes my data. So what is a fact? Let us say for example, I am telling few words that Rahul 34 marketing 10,000. This is what? It is a value. Rahul is a value, 34 is a value, and all together make up a set of values. So a data item is what? Either it can be a value of a variable or it can be some constant value. So if I want to put all this data in a proper format, understanding would be more better. Say, if I am keeping the names in one column, age in a separate column, department and salary, the tabular representation of the same fact becomes very easy for us to understand, where each row is indicating each fact and each column represents each variable. So if I have certain data which cannot be broken down further, I can call it as an elementary item. Let us take the example of Aadhaar card number. So I cannot break the Aadhaar card into smaller parts. So it is an elementary data item. Whereas if I am referring to a name of a student which comprises of first name, middle name and last name, it is called as a group item. So in my record, variables or the data can either be an elementary item or a group item. Now, why do we require data structure? Let us consider a case which we use in our regular lives. Say, I want to store many books in a box, right? So, one of the way of storing the books is that I can just dump them as they come. Now, what is the problem if I am storing the books in this way? First of all, my time will be wasted if I want to search for a particular book. Randomly inserting is making the space more look bad. Secondly, searching is very difficult and time consuming. Instead of this, if I want to organize the book properly in cupboards in a shelf, okay, where each book category will belong to each shelf, then what is the advantage of it? That it will reduce my search time drastically and help me in retrieving the books very fast. So that is why we require proper data structures to store the data. Okay, so data structure will help us to store and organize the data properly. So it defines how can I store the data such that it can be very easy to manipulate and search when I require them. So data structure is nothing but a logical or a mathematical model of a particular organization of data. So broadly categorizing data structures are of two types, primitive and non-primitive. Primitive data structures are those which are ready-madely provided by the programming languages. Now these data structures can be either of a numeric or non-numeric. That means we can store numeric data in the form of integer, floating point. So if it is an integer, depending on the size of the data, I can declare it as byte, short, int, long, etc. Or if it is a floating point, I want to store the percentage of sales or I want to store the temperature, then I can use floating point representation. And floating point representation can be declared in the form of double or float depending on the size of the precision. If I don't want to store numeric data, but I want to store non-numeric data in the form of characters, so it can be, or if I want to store some Boolean data that is in the form of yes or no, then I can also go for it. Now, if I have certain other types of data which I need to store apart from this, that comes under the category of non-primitive. Now, non-primitive is actually of two categories, linear or non-linear. So in linear data structure comes your array, linked list, stacks and queues, and in where the linear arrangement means that the data is stored in a linearly order in the memory in a sequential order. Whereas a nonlinear data structure refers to trees or graphical types of a structure. So let us see what is that, what makes it linear, non-linear, or how to choose which type of data structure can be used for what type of data. Let us say, for example, I want to store the marks of 10 students, or I want to store the records of the customers who are coming to my shop. I want to store their phone number, address, etc. So it is just sequential arrangement what I want to store. One after the other, I will simply store them, maybe in an ascending order, descending order. That does not matter. So I am going to sequentially store them one after the other. So the best, simplest type of data structure which I can use for it is arrays. Let us say, for example, I want to keep some layer of dishes in our kitchen. Okay, or I want to store the list of the sites which I have recently watched in the browser. Or if you look at your smartphone call logs, okay, the one after the other, all the call logs are maintained. Now, what is different in this case from your arrays? The difference here is that this storage is when the data comes, it is storage on the top. It is stored on the top. That is, the recently visited website will be shown at the top, or the recently call attended will be shown at the top. So this type of data structure is your stack. That is, it is stored one after the other. So, okay, then comes our other type of data, such as if you are using an operating system and if you want to schedule task. Okay, so one after the other, or let us say, for example, a simple example, if you are standing in a ticket window, how would you stand? The last person who comes will join the line at the end, not in the front. Whereas in case of stack, the last one which is coming is at the top. Okay, so suppose printer operation, 5 people are giving print command. So whose print will be done first? The one who gave the print command first, right? So it is the form of the data structure which is queue, where the first who enters will get a chance to work first and the last one will be at the end, unlike your stack. Now, data can be of other types also. Say, I want to store the airline connectivity from one city to another cities. It is a network, okay, network of the flights I want to show, or I am designing a new building where I want to show the electric supply modeling. So this cannot be stored in the linear way. Okay, arrays may I cannot store, stack may I cannot store, because what am I showing? I am showing a network. So a network can be showed in the form of graphs where one node is connected to multiple nodes. Okay. Now, if my data is a hierarchical data, let's say I want to show a family tree or managing files and directory, one directory is there. Under that I have 10 files. Under each files I have 10 subfiles. I want to show the whole hierarchical structure. So I cannot go for an array. Here nothing is first in, first out. I cannot go for a stack or a queue. So in that case, I have to go for a tree type of a structure, which is a hierarchical representation. Now, what type of operations can you perform on data structures? You have a data structure of any type. You can always insert new records. Okay, as and when the customer comes, I can add the records of in the array. As and when my new network forms with the flight connectivity, I can always add it. I can delete some existing records, the customers which are no more required. Okay, the files which are no more required, no matter whether it is sequential or whether it is hierarchical, I can always delete them. I can search some records, okay, out of my whole number of records. If I want to search how many students got 95 marks, I can always search from the data structure, or I can sort them in a proper order. Sorting means what? Maybe in an ascending order, maybe in a descending order. The marks I can store, or first in, first out basis I want to store. So we can always sort them in a proper order. So this is all about a brief introduction about the data structure, and in my upcoming videos we are going to cover each of these data structure in detail, the operations on them, the working of each data structure and the applications of them. So for more such informative videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel CSE Core Concepts. Thank you.